The world was a very different place long ago. People were doing bad things. They forgot about God. They were mean to each other. God saw all this wickedness. He was sad. He decided to start over. God decided to send a great flood. This flood would cover the entire earth. It would wash away the wickedness. It would give humanity a fresh start. But God, in his infinite mercy, decided to spare one righteous man and his family. This man was Noah. Noah was a good man. He followed God's rules. He was different from other people. Noah listened to God. He trusted God. This made God happy. God told Noah about the flood. He told Noah to build a big boat. This boat was called an ark. God gave Noah specific instructions. The ark had to be big enough to hold Noah's family and two of every animal. The ark was no ordinary boat. It was huge. God gave Noah exact measurements. He told him what materials to use. He even told him how many decks it should have. Imagine Noah following God's blueprint, carefully constructing this massive vessel. The ark needed to be strong. It had to survive the powerful flood. People probably thought Noah was crazy. They laughed at him, but Noah kept building. He had faith in God. He knew God would keep his promise. He knew the flood was coming. God told Noah to bring animals onto the ark. He needed 2 of every kind, 2 lions, 2 giraffes, 2 elephants, and so on. Can you imagine the scene? Animals from all over the world coming to the ark. How did Noah do it? The Bible tells us God brought the animals to Noah. Noah didn't have to go searching for them. He just had to make sure they had a place on the ark. It was a miracle. Section 540. Days and 40 nights, the deluge. This was a time of great trial and tribulation, a test of faith and endurance. The skies opened up and the heavens poured down an unrelenting torrent of water. Finally, after years of meticulous construction and preparation, the ark was ready. It stood tall and sturdy, a beacon of hope amidst the impending doom. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons and their wives all went inside. They carried with them the weight of the world's future, knowing they were chosen to survive and rebuild. The animals were safely loaded, 2 by 2, each pair representing the diversity of life on Earth. Lions, elephants, birds and insects all found refuge within the ark's wooden walls. Then the rain started. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. The sound of the rain was deafening, a constant reminder of the deluge that was washing away the old world. Can you imagine that much rain? Day after day, night after night, the rain fell without ceasing. The ground could no longer absorb the water, and soon puddles turned into streams, streams into rivers, and rivers into vast unending seas. The water rose higher and higher, swallowing everything in its path. Trees, houses, and mountains disappeared beneath the relentless waves. The ark started to float, lifted by the rising floodwaters. It was a strange and surreal sight, this massive wooden vessel bobbing on the endless expanse of water. Soon, the whole world was covered in water, just like God said it would be. The horizon was a continuous stretch of water with no land in sight. It was a new world, cleansed of its former sins. All the bad people were gone. The flood had purged the earth of its wickedness, leaving behind a blank slate for Noah and his family to start anew. Only Noah and his family were safe inside the ark. They looked out at the desolate, water-covered world, knowing they were the last hope for humanity. Inside the ark, they found solace in each other and in their faith, trusting that the storm would eventually pass and they would find dry land once more. Section 6. Life aboard the ark. Riding out the storm. Life on the ark was different. It was a unique experience, unlike anything they had ever known before. The ark was their sanctuary, their floating home amidst the chaos of the storm. It was crowded with all the people and animals. Every corner of the ark was filled with the sounds of life, animals bleating, people talking, and the constant creaking of the wooden vessel as it moved with the waves. But Noah and his family kept busy. They had many responsibilities to ensure the well-being of everyone on board. Each day was filled with tasks that kept their minds and hands occupied. They took care of the animals, feeding them, making sure they were healthy, and providing them with the necessary care was a full-time job. The animals depended on them for survival. They kept the ark clean. Maintaining cleanliness was crucial to prevent disease and ensure a healthy environment. They also prayed to God, seeking strength and guidance. They thanked Him for keeping them safe. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. The passage of time was marked by their daily routines and the ever-present sound of the storm outside. The ark bobbed along on the water. The storm raged outside. The waves crashed against the sides of the ark, and the wind howled, but the ark remained steadfast. But inside the ark there was peace. The family found solace in their faith and in each other. They created a sense of normalcy amidst the extraordinary circumstances. Noah and his family trusted God. Their faith was unwavering, and it gave them the strength to endure the long days and nights. They knew He would keep them safe. Their trust in God was their anchor, holding them steady through the storm. They believed that in time the storm would pass and they would find dry land once more. They shared meals together, laughed, and talked about the future. These moments of togetherness brought them closer and strengthened their bond. They taught the children, passing down stories and lessons. Education and storytelling became a way to keep hope alive and prepare for the future. They looked out at the stormy sea, knowing that their resilience and hope would see them through. The storm was a test of their faith and determination. They comforted each other, showing love and support. In the face of adversity, their unity was their greatest strength. They prayed together, expressing their gratitude and faith. Their prayers were a source of comfort and a reminder that they were not alone. They looked forward with hope, anticipating the day when the storm would end. They were ready to face whatever came next, knowing that they had each other and their faith to guide them. Section 7. The waters recede. A glimmer of hope. After a long time the rain stopped, the sun peeked out from behind the clouds. It was a beautiful sight. Noah knew the flood was ending. God was keeping His promise. Slowly the water started to go down. The ark came to rest on top of a mountain. This mountain is called Mount Ararat. Noah and his family waited patiently inside. They were eager to see dry land again, but they knew they had to wait for God's signal. Section 8. A new dawn, setting foot on dry land. Finally God told Noah to leave the ark. What a joyous day that must have been. After all those months, Noah and his family stepped out onto dry land. They breathed in the fresh air. They felt the warm sun on their skin. The animals also left the ark. They spread out across the land, ready to repopulate the earth. It was a new beginning, a fresh start for all creation. Section 9, God's promise, a rainbow connection. God made a promise to Noah. He promised never to flood the whole earth again. He gave Noah a beautiful sign to remember His promise. This sign was a rainbow. Whenever you see a rainbow, remember God's promise. Remember Noah and the flood. Remember that God keeps His promises. Section 10, Lessons from the Ark, Timeless Truths for Today. The story of Noah's Ark is full of important lessons. It teaches us about God's love and forgiveness. It teaches us about the importance of obedience and faith. Even though the world was filled with wickedness, Noah remained faithful to God. Noah's story reminds us that no matter how bad things get, God is always with us. He will never leave us. He will always keep His promises. Section 11. The enduring legacy of Noah, a story for all time. The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most well-known stories in the world. It has been passed down through countless generations, transcending time and culture. This ancient tale, found in the sacred texts of many religions, tells of a man chosen by God to preserve life on earth during a great flood. It's a story that has been told and retold for generations. Parents have shared it with their children, and those children have grown up to share it with their own. The tale of Noah's Ark has become a cornerstone of moral and spiritual education, teaching lessons of faith, perseverance, and divine providence. And it's a story that continues to inspire and challenge us today. In churches, synagogues, and mosques around the world, the story of Noah is recounted to remind us of the importance of faith in the face of adversity. It challenges us to trust in a higher power and to act with integrity, even when the path ahead is uncertain. The story of Noah reminds us of the power of faith, the importance of obedience, and the hope of a new beginning. Noah's unwavering faith in God's command to build the ark, despite the ridicule and disbelief of those around him, serves as a powerful example of steadfastness and trust, and the hope of a new beginning. After the floodwaters receded, Noah and his family stepped out of the ark into a world washed clean, a world full of promise and potential. This imagery of renewal and rebirth resonates deeply, offering hope that no matter how dire our circumstances, there is always the possibility of a fresh start. It's a story that continues to resonate with people of all ages and from all walks of life. Whether young or old, rich or poor, the message of Noah's Ark speaks to the universal human experience. It reminds us that we are all part of a larger story, one that spans generations and connects us to our ancestors and to each other. The enduring legacy of Noah's Ark is a testament to the power of storytelling and the timeless truth that it conveys. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to life.